We're going to open the meeting of the Dudley Board of Water and Sewer Commissioners for November 2nd at 6:40. In attendance will be Scott Zakowski, Tom Fournier, and we've got Jonathan Andrelevich on speaker, so that we can take care of these issues. We'll jump, I guess, to take care of this stuff, jump to item number 3, tie-in for 9 Juniper Lane for Darius Zeglin.
Yeah. We're going to do the colonial home. It's going to be like 2.5
Okay, I
bathroom.
just have to ask you to speak up a little bit, because so the phone will pick up.
I'm going to build a colonial house. That's going to be 2.5 bathroom. So I like to tie the sewer and water. And the water is already on the lot.
You already have water?
Yes.
So you're looking
the
for,
valve is already on the lot. Yeah.
you're looking for a sewer tie-in?
No, he's got the water on the lot, but he's not tied in, right?
It's not tied in.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, the water and sewer should be on the property. That's part of our old subdivision that was already pre-approved.
Yep.
Oh, it was?
Yes, the water and sewer are already on the gentleman's property. That's right by my house, actually. So as long as it meets the standards as far as house size, whatnot, there should be no issue because there's already water and sewer on his property.
Okay.
I think he just has to pay for the water and sewer tie-in fees.
Pay the tie-in fees?
What size is it? Gonna be a 3/4 inch line going into your house, correct?
Excuse me?
All
3/4
we
inch
did when we
line.
built the roads was extend the laterals off the main into the property.
Okay.
They're already extended off the main, or he's going to have to tap the main?
No, he's already.
No, they're
It's
already
already
on the property.
Curb
They're
stop
already
is there on
So
the
the
property.
curb stops there, he'll just have to bring the lateral all the way up.
Yep, exactly. So for the water, go from the curb stop on, and there's I believe we left a stub into the property for the sewer with a 6-inch tie-in to the house.
Okay.
Okay, so,
What number Juniper is it?
Number
9.
Yep.
We're gonna locate where that stub is.
I'll make a motion to approve a
But
water.
if you go over there, you get a stake over there.
Should be, usually they put stakes in there.
I'll make a motion to approve the water sewer tie-in for 9 Juniper Lane, as long as all the fees are paid.
oh, was that a second? Jonathan?
What's that?
Tom made a motion to accept, to approve
I
it.
am kind of torn because we were the property owner, well, we were the builder at the time, so I should probably abstain, but I do feel that to move his project forward, as far as I'm concerned, he is in compliance with what was allowed back then when we did the project, so.
You don't own the
I will
prop,
allow-
you don't own the property
I don't own the
now.
Property, right,
Oh.
yeah, correct.
No, it doesn't.
Yep.
So there should be no issue there. You were the developer of the subdivision at that
Correct.
time.
Yep, correct.
Okay. So, okay,
So why don't you,
so, oh, well,
why don't you second it?
okay. Then I'll put the I'll second it then, to be clear on that.
Okay,
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Aye. So you've got, that's 3 approval. So that's
Get set
enough
up at
to,
the office with fees and that, you'll
Yes.
have your contractor contact us. We'd like to be there to make sure everything's done right, and what specs we use for
Okay.
valves and things.
okay, yeah.
Are you doing it or someone else?
Something else. We're gonna come see you tomorrow and then pay everything, so.
So you take care of everything with them and they'll,
Yep.
they'll,
We come see her tomorrow
Help you
and
get
pay the fees, so.
okay,
Okay.
Thank you very much.
all right. And then an abatement,
Thank you.
abatement request for James Maisto?
Maisto.
Maisto,
Yep.
9 Charlton Road. Okay, so I know go ahead.
There's paperwork in here.
Oh, I had watered my garden the day before I had surgery. I used a smaller hose, not the one connected to the other separate meter for the sewage. And I just left it hanging over the edge for my brother-in-law to come by and water the garden, but I didn't shut it off. And the hose broke at the faucet. And it probably went for about a week. I was in 5 days, so I didn't notice it till 2 days after I got out of the house.
That's a heck of a watering job.
Yeah, yeah. It was mud. It was
So what was
about,
that again? He's looking for an abatement for he
Look,
left the hose running?
what had happened was he left the hose out. He had gone into the hospital for surgery. And he left the hose out so that his brother-in-law could come by and water the garden.
I didn't shut it off.
He didn't shut it off at the faucet. Well, what happened was the hose itself broke, and it ran for about a week. And as I understand it, you're not disputing the water use.
Oh, no,
You're
I,
just,
yeah,
what
just
he's
the
asking
sewage.
for is an
Yeah.
abatement on the sewer side of it, because,
Okay. I can fully understand that. Yeah.
So,
Which is only fair, I think. I mean, it's it was a mistake, obviously, but he only didn't realize that he was the water. The rest of it went to the ground, so there's no solution to be behind it, as far as I'm concerned.
right.
I don't know how the rest of the board feels, but I would have no problem issuing an abatement on the sewer end of it. But
And the
the,
new bill will be on past usage?
yeah, so Jonathan, this paperwork that I brought up all his usage. So if I averaged out 3 quarters for the July quarter, his average use would be 1,600 cubic feet, and on this high occurrence, he used 7,300 cubic feet.
okay.
So if we,
So
if,
It's about 1/5.
The history resembles what happened to date, I guess,
Yeah.
in that situation, correct?
Yep.
yeah, so it'd be $182.40 sewer credit.
Okay. Well, I will make a motion that we issue this gentleman, this party, a abatement for the amount that is requested, as long as everybody else agrees, I guess.
I'll second that for discussion.
And, okay, we've got a motion and a second.
Did you already pay the bill?
It's not paid all the way, most of it.
Sewer aspect of the.
I can pay that first.
Sewer aspect of the bill.
I mean, like tomorrow.
Okay. So you're just gonna,
Okay, so he's paid part of the bill?
Most of it, yeah, I think.
I actually don't know, you came in that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't pay all of it, because I can run this down tomorrow if it gets approved.
Oh,
And it'll
okay.
be a little easier than him having
And
to put it to
then,
the next
oh,
quarter.
right, okay.
If he
all
has to, he'll put it towards the next quarter, but
Yeah,
it'll be easier.
all right.
that's what I'm
Whatever you
saying.
want.
Easier to just give you, yep.
Okay.
Okay, so motion's been made and seconded. Any other discussion? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You in favor? Jonathan?
What's that?
You in favor there?
I'm in favor, yes, I'm in favor,
Okay,
yes, yes.
all right. So that's all set. We'll,
right.
what was the amount now?
$182.40.
182 and 40 cents?
Yeah.
180,
182.40 abated, and I believe the bill, the bill amount was
Come back tomorrow.
I'll come back if I'm not working, I'll take
$255.75, so,
that.
Okay.
What time are you open?
yeah, that's about one,
I'm
you know.
open 7 to 3:30.
about 2/3
and
extra.
I'll be back tomorrow night, probably 5 to
See
like
if you can hold
6:30.
on and I'll give a quick
Oh,
report. If you
really?
want to slide it
So
over
I'll
this
be, I
way.
gotta head out a little early tomorrow,
All right, I'll be tomorrow one way.
6:30. So, yeah.
Sometime they call me in the
Yeah, if there's
morning.
anything that really needs to
Because
be.
then what I'll do is I'll put the abatement in first thing in the
You wanna
morning, and
present
then
it
Rich
out?
can apply it,
Yell
and
it
then
out real
we'll
quick.
see.
Whatever.
All righty?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Thanks,
and,
everybody.
Thank you.
okay, have a good night. Okay, and if you've got a few more minutes there, Jonathan, George has,
Yeah, my dog's in the doctor, so it's fine.
okay,
All right, Jonathan, on the sewer side, we jetted the areas of Green Street, West Street, Oak Street, checked all the vulnerable trouble areas and the siphons down that way, so we kind of wrapped up that area as far as doing our jetting procedures, okay? We also did some normal station maintenance repairs along with some winterizing for the sewer stations. Can you hear me so far?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I also have an Eisenhower Drive update. I know you're familiar with that one. We have ordered a pump for that station there, and I have talked to the town administrator. There's a $16,000 bond that's available that's held on the project that we are entitled to if we need to use it for that funding, for that pump or whatever else. The developer has been contacted a few times. He said he would take care of it and handle the problem. If he doesn't handle the problem, we're going to take care of it and tag it on the bond, and then we can go after later on. They can hash it out of who's with the developer on that. Okay.
We have a date established as to when he has to respond back or make good on his promise, I guess.
Yeah, and it's been a while since we've done it now, and we've gone through a few procedures to do it, and so far, he says he'd be cooperative with us on it, and he would do it. So, but I need to get that in there, so I needed to order it, and it is gonna be coming in within about a week or so, okay? So it's
That's
a,
okay, I mean, do we have an agreement that we're, let's just say it was November 1st, or a date? Do we have,
a time frame.
to take if he didn't come back to us by November 1st with his pump, can we backfill him or take it out of that bond or out of that escrow account? That money's to pay for that pump rather than coming out of the operating fund of the sewer department.
I've already checked that, yes, we are allowed to take that bond money and use that, according to the town administrator. He's good with that. I'm sure we'll have to do a little formality letter or something through the town administrator on how to, to do that, but I've got to get that pump ordered so we can get things rolling down there before winter starts, because we have to pump that wet well down to put that pump in there.
Yes.
So at least the wheels are turning, and we should be another week or so before we get that pump in, so we can start that procedure. Okay? I also, the board requested, I met with Eric from Methuen Construction, and he went along with Mike to 3 stations, Lakeview, Lyons, and Luther Lane, and I told him I want him to sharpen his pencil on the Lakeview station from the previous quote. So he's putting together 2 packages, one to do each one separately. Luther and Lyons are basically valves and piping, and Lakeview is a complete renovation work, okay? You guys are we're aware of that. So he's gonna give me 2 quotes. One is to do all 3 separately, or one is to do, you still there? Hello? Okay. One is to do Lakeview and the 3 together at a reduced cost for Lakeview. So some of that money can be going to the other 2 stations. So I've got that coming my way. I was hoping for it before the meeting, but it obviously didn't happen.
Who was this from?
Methuen Construction, we went to get some quotes for those stations, and I was not happy with R.H. White. They requested $1,000 for that estimate, so I did not go with them at all. So I went with Methuen, and right now they seem to be on the ball. They're going to give me a list of proposals very shortly, probably another week or so or less. Okay? Also, we've been reading on the sewers. You still there, Jonathan?
Yes, I am.
Okay. We've been reading metering is going on with the sewer department and water department, but on the sewer side, we have been reading 300 extra sewer meters, external sewer meters, along with well meters. And Tim has assisted Mike with doing that. It's taken about a 3 or 4 day job to do those. And this is why I was bringing up this meter presentation, but I can hold off on that because it requires some passing out of forms. But there is a new integrated system. It's been on the market for a while. We don't really have it. We have a 2 system where we have a wall-mounted receiver, radio receiver, and a register. And after talking to a few reps and knowing about this out there, they've enhanced this a bit. It's a little bit cheaper. It requires just screwing on the meter head, Jonathan, so that you can pick everything up right there at the meter inside the house. There's been some backdraw because the outside wall meter is a little bit better reception, but we can still grab them from the street or even near the house or in front of the houses or whatever. And even our ones that we do now, we still put in the houses sometimes when we can't wire them. Okay, so it's something maybe you can look at down the line.
I know Webster's all radio reads. I mean, they should, I guess they can do their whole facility. Webster can do their whole meter reading.
Yeah.
And I think 2.5 days.
Yeah.
That's water and sewer.
I'm passing out 2 systems that we use right now. That's the outside reader box that you're familiar with, and that's the register that goes inside the house. And we wire that from that register to the outside wall or even inside the house if we can't get it to the out. It's a 7 to 10 year lifespan on those boxes, and a lot of the ones we did in the beginning are coming to their lifespan. All I'm looking for is some consideration down the line. After looking at these integrated systems, it's just a matter of going into the meter, taking the old head off, and popping these on. Okay, and I thought it may be on the sewer.
Pretty decent option, it sounds like.
Yes, it also gives you flow rate, flow indicators, and a few things that are added to them that can help us when people have problems with leak detection in the house. The only thing is that...
Is that still through tie sales?
This is all through tie sales, yeah, that's our #1 supplier for that. There is a proposal which I can hand out to you sometime, but the price is a little bit cheaper compared to what we're putting in the systems now. And I just want to say that maybe very soon we can order a box of 20 or 50, try it on the sewer side if the sewer can contribute a little bit, and get some of these external meters that are giving us such a large workload. put them in there and see how it works out. So it's something to think about anyway. Yeah,
What's the cost of these?
they're right here. I have the forms here. I was gonna pass out to everybody. Scott has one. If you can tell me.
Not gonna cheap, not that bad either, as far as the.
Yeah. Jonathan, the integrated system per one of them is $178.57. What we pay now for both of ours together as a combination kit is $111.95 and $71.43. So there is a remarkable difference there, but not a huge difference, but there is a difference there.
No, but still, it's really funny.
Yeah, it's $178.57 versus $183.38 for the system we're using now. So there's your little bit of a cost factor
About
there.
$6.
Yeah.
Getting more efficiency.
Yes, you are, but like I said, it's just the reception part of it. It's something I have to sell the department on, and they seem to be gunning for it. But like I said, it's something you guys can all discuss, whatever. But I just thought I'd make a quick presentation on that.
Probably something, George, that's coming down the pipeline within 2 or 3 years anyway. So
It's already here.
for cheap money, if we can be ahead of the curve, we're probably better off.
Yeah, it's been in the system for a long time. Towns have been using them. The only thing is that I know there's been some apprehension on our side about the reception, but like I said, it's no different from when we go up to a house with these systems now. They're about the same. I think even you can make appointments and put them in with one person versus 2 guys going out making an install for 20 minutes or sometimes even 45 minutes on the old system. It is adaptable to our radio readers, to our handhelds that we have, so we don't have to change the software, and it also can help in determining any leaks or flows or whatever in a household. So like I said, it's something I was just looking at to maybe start off slow at something like 10 or 20 or whatever, split between water and sewer, and go with some strategic areas to put them into and see how they work out for us. And then the board wants to continue on, we'll continue on like that. But right now, we're still using those 2 full register and wall-mounted system, just so you know.
What's the lifespan of the new ones?
The new ones are the same as those, they're about 10 years. So the battery in the units, they go about 10 years. Maybe they even go longer, but it's hard to say. They average it as 10 years. The first time we've had those was 7 years. They've gotten a little better to 10 years. These are brand new, these ones that I passed out that show you that integrated, that's brand new style now, has a little bit more features. They've even had those on the market, so those have been different. So they've been upgraded. So, like I said,
Let's talk about, I mean, while I have time here with God's story, but I did see Ziggy this week driving around. Do we have an update as far as his status and what's going on with him as far as either return or retirement?
that's being handled by the attorneys right now, so we can't, we have no other information on that right now. As soon as they know something, the town will get back to us on it. Did you hear what he said?
Yep. I'm just going back with we're borderline short-staffed as it is. Now you lose a guy, you're even more short-staffed. Now I know we just got vacation. I don't think too many guys should take vacation time now, but just something I was thinking about with winter coming up. Do we have an answer to what his situation is? But it seems like it's in the attorney's hands.
Yes, I'm sure they're gonna, sooner or later, somebody's gonna have to press somebody and say what's going on, but till that time, I think we're okay for the winter time, and then springtime, we're gonna have to talk about something regarding that, okay? Right now, we finished reading the water and sewer meters last week, and are finishing up some of the meter repair list. It's not too bad. Chris has been doing a great job with it, so we're not having a whole lot of problems as far as meter repair lists have gone. We have had a lot of marking going out for NUCO on the upper West Main Street, Lyons Road, that area there. Timmy Mike had to go out there and take a couple days to go out and mark every service, water and sewer, while they were doing their thing. It was very short-handed notice, because we're not a member of DigSafe, so they actually called us on it. But that's all been completed, and they've already started most of the way and without any problems. So it has gone.
George, we have to be calling up DigSafe. I noticed over the last few months in my industry, the towns I've called for DigSafe, they've always said that they'll be notifying such and such DPW or such and such.
Yeah.
Is there a way we can research that so it's automatic?
Yeah, we can be a contributor to that. That's something we can do down the line. Usually, gas company notifies us anyway. As far as NUCO goes, they did, but I just wish they would have given us more time, a little more time. But we got it done, and they're pretty much wrapping up in a lot of the area. So, okay. Any any questions so far?
Do,
Tom, you all set?
we mark the lines for who?
Newco, they're doing the gas, laying the gas main up there.
Do we send them a bill?
No, that's just something that is common for DigSafe, and we need to do that for DigSafe purposes, for markouts. When we get notifications, we're responsible for
This
it.
company is a private company?
No, they're subcontractor for National Grid.
Which
So
is a
any-
private- Which is a private company.
Yeah, but any contractor that requires markouts gets them from the town or wherever
Just mark
upon
the
request.
main.
Yeah,
Marking the mains.
marking lines where our services run. That's by law, they should be calling.
I understand it should be calm, but I believe we should be billing it.
There's no billing as far as markouts go. No, because even,
No one bills for markups.
No,
It's just
no,
more
that's
a,
an automatic,
courtesy call.
yeah,
It's just a hassle if you don't have notice.
yeah. So,
It can be.
It's pretty much that the towns sign up for it, so no one rips into a water or sewer main, and then all of a sudden there's an emergency water or
Yeah,
sewer
no, I
break.
understand.
No one notifies the town.
I understand the reason for it, but I'm just thinking if a new homeowner come and asks us to mark the lines in the street, because they, want to put a development or something, we should be
you know,
billing
you
them.
you can't charge for a markout courtesy because that's
No,
protecting
because
us, is what it's doing.
DigSafe doesn't charge for it, so I think it's actually a federal mandate.
Yeah.
That,
We
you can sign on for free, and the town does it, but there's no charge associated.
We are
with it.
required
It's
to
more
do
of a-
it.
It's more of a convenience for
you know,
the town to make sure that someone notifies them there's a digging going on, and that if there is a concern, they can either put people there, or if it is hit, there's someone prepared for it, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Okay. You good, Tom?
Yeah.
Everybody good? Okay. We're on the water side, by the way. So they've been doing that on both sides there. On the water side, we've installed radio read systems at 18 West Street, 25 Oxford Ave, 263 West Main Street, 17 First Ave, and 38 Lyons Road. We have been working on a new chemical feed pump installation in Station 3, which we have one in there that's 25 years old. Like I've been explaining before, we've had issues with the pumps. We have one on the shelf that we recently purchased and had it revamped because we were having some issues with them. The other one, like I explained before, is working in Station 6, and we're going to try to throw this other one in Station 3, so we have two working chemical feed pumps. I've also just been informed that the chlorine pump, the one I've been waiting for, is to be putting in one of the stations and use that when its backup is in, so I'm going to grab that as fast as possible. So we're good on all chemical feed pumps, at least for now, so we're stable. We did a flow test for Nichols College. They're doing a chamois hull rehab on the sprinkler system up there. We're getting all our stations cleaned up and winterized. The standpipe and the bait storage tanks have been cleaned, inspected, and disinfected by the company, by us. And they have found about a quarter-inch of slime or sludge in Bates' tank with a few bottles. One we from Webster Bottling or something like that. And in the other one, they found about the same and about 8 inches of slime going around the inside perimeter of the standpipe. So they've all got a good bill of health. They look good. Integrity looks good on them. So we're pretty happy with that. We did do our routine hydrant flushing program for the high and low zones, and of course the areas were pretty bad because of all that main, like I explained before with the tanks, we've had numerous main hits, things with the project, and we've seemed to worked all these stuff out of the mains, so everything seems to be all cleaned up and pretty good. So, as I understand it, I guess John's coming back Monday.
Oh, next Monday?
That's
Okay,
yeah,
good.
that's Kristen's been telling me. So I think we're all set, and everything looks pretty good this Monday.
Okay. Okay, so the rest of this, the only other things we had is approval of minutes, which we can't do right now, and proposed, we're looking at talking to Mr. Brinkman, the sewer engineer, about the true-up. We want to think about what we want to, if anybody has any questions for him, or anything that we need to get for information from Webster, to bring him into one of our future meetings. And I believe that's it.
Yeah, the idea that Jay had on that was that if we write up the questions, I'll send him a request And
Okay,
then see if he'd make it to the next meeting with,
Okay.
maybe have gotten some of that done, or do you want a proposal of what it might cost? I don't know.
I think if we sent them questions, he,
Just send him the questions
Yeah.
and see if he can come December's meeting.
okay. Okay, so
So
if
people
if you
can
have,
send that.
if you have anything that, any questions or concerns about the sewer side of things
I
and,
know we want the true up and then the INI.
and the true up, we just want to talk to another source and get, make sure we have all our ducks in a row.
Do we want to come up with some questions and we'll send them out to him and
Yeah.
ask him for our next meeting?
Yep.
Okay. You okay with that, Jonathan?
Jonathan?
Oh, this is Jim's cell closed.
Just went off now.
Oh, he's off. Jonathan, you there? Okay, well, we've lost him, so
Just in time.
I guess due to lack of a quorum at this point,
Make a
I guess
motion to
we're adjourned. I mean,
adjourn the meeting.
we can't vote, but we don't have a quorum, so the meeting is adjourned at this point. At
Actually,
7:10, 7:05.
Actually, we can't adjourn it because
We
we
c-
can't
yeah.
vote, so
Yeah,
extend it till next meeting.
yeah.
No.
So